Hi everyone, hello, this is Gulshan and I'm Lynn, and very happy to be with you tonight. Oh, no sound? Oh no, there should be sound. Oh, but we're talking to you on YouTube and we're going to have a nice meditate together. So that's the goal of this session, is to get rid of those thoughts and get into the state of thoughtless awareness. So don't worry if it's your first time, because we'll go through what we call the realization process, which is getting you connected to your meditating energy, your mothering energy within all of us, and that will then hopefully take us through that mind, past the thoughts of the future and the past that are always plaguing us, and we'll try to go into a state of thoughtless awareness. We do want to cover a little bit about the subtle system. So the subtle system being the chart you see there of 3 channels, which are the ones we're operating in. So that's the past and the future and where we're aiming for. Oh, and Gulshan's going to point for us. So we've got the past and the future, the colourful channels, and this is within our spine, within all of us. And then the present, which is that central channel there, and that's where our meditation is going to happen. The present, where we don't often land, but with what we're teaching you tonight and what you've practiced before, if you're a regular, that's how we get into the present, by raising up this mothering energy, which Gulshan's going to show you now, which is at the base of our spine. All of us have it, and we've got a few simple techniques for you to stop the thoughts and awaken that energy. So we won't talk too much about it, but tonight we did want to cover the Centre of Creativity, number 2 there, a little bit. We've got a video of the founder of Sahaja Yoga, the lady, the very lovely lady who taught us how to get into meditation. She's made lots of talks all over the world, and luckily, in this age, we've been able to record all those talks and find some relevant excerpts for you to listen to. So tonight's will be about that second energy centre, and that's the area where we'll be asking for our pure desire, the knowledge of ourselves, the ultimate knowledge, the everlasting knowledge about ourselves to be awakened. So we'll listen to that as well. And lastly, Gulshan's going to take us through a bit of a deepening meditation where we try to bring ourselves more to the centre, to the present, and out of our habit of thinking about the future, or our exhaustion from our activities from the day, or likewise from our revision of the past that we have the habit of doing as well. So that's what we've got in store for you, so I hope you can stick around. But what we'll do first is something we teach you after you've had your self-realisation, and that is the shortcut, which is to raise our Kundalini energy, our mothering energy that takes us into meditation, with our hands. So I hope you've all got your shoes off.
And perhaps also if you can just put Lynn into the picture, Surrender, so we can see where she's going to place her hands.
Yes, that's a good idea. So we'll show you what we're doing. Good catch, Gulshan. Okay, so we're going to do some hand movements on the left side, our side of desire, with our right hand, the side of action. So we'll just place our hands. We're going to do the short version tonight. I was going to, first of all, do the short form, which is we'll raise our hand up through the central channel. So we're raising up that energy from the base of the spine up to the top of our head with our right hand. And then we'll go into the meditative state and take a few of those affirmations that we've been doing and try to have a nice thoughtless meditation. So the left hand in front of you, the one of desire, raising up, the right hand is winding around. So just with your attention on that left hand, just to bring your attention to the present. And here we are, we're going to tie that energy up with a knot, one knot. Now for our second channel, we're doing this once for each of our channels that we use. Second one, 2 knots. And the third one, third channel, present moment, and we'll tie 3 knots to keep everything up there above our thinking brain and our ego and our superego. So then with that energy, we'll protect ourselves from stray thoughts entering our mind. So it'll be over and back, and that'll be 7 times, one for each of our energy centres. We have 7 of those. Over and back 7 times. We'll just keep our eye on Gulshan, who I'm sure has counted.
Yes. It helps because I'm not talking.
It does. And if you keep your attention on top of your head and in the palms of your hands, just with that, you can feel that increase of vibrations. So that's already taking us into a state of meditation. So if you're trying this tomorrow morning, or your morning, whenever it comes, you could just do that process, raising your kundalini, putting on the bandhan, sit for 5 minutes and try and go into that thoughtless state. So we'll try it with a few affirmations just now. And also, if you haven't done this before, that'll bring you up to speed with the rest of us. So you can just allow your eyes to close and focus on your breathing. So this is yours, it's for you. You don't have to worry about what any of us are doing or anyone else around you, what's happening. Just what's happening with you. So let's just place our right hand on our heart on the left-hand side. So you're going to ask the question to yourself, am I the spirit? Let's go down to the hip area. So this is the Swadhisthana area, where we have access to that mothering energy, that speck of divine that's within all of us. And we're going to ask, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge of myself. So really desiring from your heart that more of these divine vibrations that we all have get awakened. Mother energy, please give me the pure knowledge of myself. Let's come back up to the heart. We're just doing a shortened version of these affirmations. And here we're going to affirm that I am the pure spirit. I am the pure spirit. Let's say it a few more times. Let's go up to our forehead, and we're going to drop our forehead into the palm of our hand, holding it quite firmly, particularly with our fingers and the heel of our palm. And we're just going to forgive. Mother energy, I forgive everyone. And importantly, I forgive myself. Mother energy, Mother Kundalini. It's the name in Sanskrit of this energy. Mother energy, I forgive everyone. And I forgive myself. And up to the top of our head, just stretching your palm, your fingers back, and press the palm, center of your palm onto the center of the top of your head, the fontanelle bone area. And just massaging, moving the scalp with your palm in a clockwise direction, to the left, forward, to the right, back, left, forward. And don't fall asleep on us, John. And really, from your heart, asking, Mother, please establish, or please give me my self-realization. Please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please establish and strengthen my self-realization, which is our connection to that all-pervading energy responsible for our evolution, and now for our evolution into a spiritual being. Spirit has been waiting and watching for us just to ask to please awaken. And now let's taking the hand up, your attention up there where your hand is. Just try to feel what's happening on the top of your head and in the palm of that hand. You might feel that flow going quite high up, or it might be closer. You might feel it everywhere. So if you're not feeling it today, you might feel it tomorrow. But keep trying for it. Now bring both hands on your lap, palm up, and just try to continue feeling on top of your head what's happening. So if the thoughts are coming, just see where they're coming from and put them away for later. So it's quite good to identify what thoughts are trying to intrude on your moment, and then you can work out what stops them. I'm not this body or this mind. I am the pure spirit. And just taking your attention back to the top of your head where your hand was. Just try to be in the silence. If your body or anything tries to take your attention, just bring it back to the top of your head. And your breath. And just forgive any disturbance that's coming to you. Forgive and let go. Not this thought, not now. This is my time to be in the present. Between the thoughts. Just try to get between the thoughts. Use that memory of the hand being on top of your head. Remember that feeling. Just try to feel. Feel your breath from your heart up to the top of your head. And let's just allow our eyes to open. Hope you felt a bit of silence and space between the thoughts. We might get Gulshan to try and give us a little bit of balancing. We can make that meditation a bit stronger in a minute. We've also got the video, and maybe for the second meditation we've got a bit of music as well.
Sure, okay.
So do you want to do the balancing
first? We get to the balancing now. So just to get us into this really good habit of raising the Kundalini and placing ourselves in Bandhan, we'll do it again simply because that's something you do at the beginning of the clearing and at the end of it. For those of us who've done this many, many times, you don't have to, but for some of us that are still new, we'll just practice it a little bit more. So raising the Kundalini, left hand just rises in front of us and bring it up and tie a knot. So this is something one would do at the beginning of the meditation or a clearing, and then when you finish it, we do this again. So third time, 3 knots. And then placing a bandhan, starting from the left to the right and back, that's for the first chakra. And the second Swadhisthana chakra, the third, fourth chakra, which is on our heart, fifth, which is on our neck, sixth, which is on the forehead, and the seventh, which is on our head. So seeing as today is a little bit of emphasis on Swadhisthana chakra, which is the second chakra within us, as you can see on the chart, and it's to do with creativity. Let's just work a little bit on that. So again, we'll do a very basic, simple clearing, which is left hand stays in our lap, and we'll place our right hand, the hand of action, on the left hand side where the leg meets the body. And this is where we had placed our hand to enhance that quality when Lynn took us through our realization, to awaken the pure knowledge within us. So just bringing our attention inside. You can close your eyes. If you wish to keep your eyes open, then you can watch Shri Mataji's photograph. And just close our eyes if you can, to help us bring our attention inside. And our hand, right hand, is placed on the left side on the Swadhisthana chakra. And we just ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please take away all the obstructions, all the weakness from the left Swadhisthana. Please enhance my pure knowledge within me. Please establish and strengthen the pure knowledge within me. While we have a hand, you can take your attention to the top of your head. See how you feel on top of your head. And also just watch your hand, your fingertips. If you feel any tingling sensation, then it's good to know that it's clearing out. And now we're also going to bring our right hand back on our lap, and we're going to take our left hand and place it on the right side of the right Swadhisthana chakra. So there is a center, a left, and a right of that same chakra within us, of the same creativity quality within us. But on the right-hand side, luckily for us, it deals with our excessive thinking, planning, worrying. So it's good to pull that back and allow us to come into balance. So right hand in our lap and left hand placed on that area within us, which is where the leg meets the body, the right Swadhisthana. And here we ask the Kundalini to please take away all the imbalances from this chakra within me. Mother Kundalini, please take away all excessive heat and all my over planning, all the hecticness within me. Mother Kundalini, please slow down my thoughts so that I can find that space of mental stillness in my head within me. Mother Kundalini, please cool down my thoughts. Mother Kundalini, please cool down my thoughts. And Shri Mataji, as she is the one who has given us this union with our Mother Kundalini within us, we can ask her to please strengthen a sense of stillness within me. You can bring your left hand back on the lap. Just raise your hands a little bit and see how you feel. And if you're still feeling a little bit of heaviness or you're not quite sure and there's a little bit of tingling, you can just drop both your hands towards the earth. And here we're just going to ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, and Shri Mataji to please take away all the imbalances from my left side, from my right side, and please clear the central channel within me. Sometimes it is as simple as this. We do have affirmations, we can use particular affirmations, but in the end, if all you need is your heart desiring for yourself, your chakras or your channels to be in balance, and then all you have to do is just desire it and ask for it with all your heart. Mother Kundalini, Shri Mataji, please give me balance of vibrations, and please take away all the imbalance from within me. And yes, attention is on top of our head. We can bring our left hand on our lap, and the right hand, we are going to bring it in the front of us and raise our Kundalini a few times, nice and slow, over to the top of our head. Let's do that 3 times, and then we'll see how we feel after this. So just place your right hand on the top of your head. So this is where the attention has to be. We'll bring our right hand back on our lap, eyes closed. And see if you feel your breathing slows down a little bit. And more importantly, it's so easy to place your attention on top of your head. And thankfully, the thoughts have subsided. So that quiet space between the thoughts in your head is being in meditation. So just taking our attention to the top of our head and watching that space. That stillness, the quiet space between our thoughts is being in meditation. So do keep breathing, but the attention is on top of our head. Just open your eyes slowly. See how you feel on your hands. And on top of your head. So slightly better. The hands have settled down a little bit more, but I'm sure it will be even better by the time we've done our 3rd meditation with the music. Sometimes music really opens up our heart and also allows our attention to station nicely on top of her head. So we'll leave that for the next one, which is coming very soon.
Hear from Shri Mataji a little bit about the Swadhisthana Centre. It's just a 5-minute excerpt, and then we'll just go straight into the third meditation. So now you've got all the tricks, and there's lots of vibrations today. It's feeling really good.
Yeah.
So we'll share that with you.
So while Lynn gets the talk ready, again, please be seated very comfortably wherever you are, on the floor, on your favorite chair, hands in your lap, open.
See, sickness comes to you, as I told you, through our centers getting exhausted. As this is one center, all right, on the left side, left sympathetic, the right sympathetic. And they join together, this is the center now. So we are using the energy of the center that is limited for our purpose, anything. Supposing, I'll give an example of a very good example of one Swadhisthana chakra. Is the center, in the second center, which looks after the aortic plexus in the medical terminology. But it's not complete, I mean, it's one of the parts. Now, the work of the Swadhisthana chakra, according to Sahaja Yoga, which has worked, of course, wonders with this theory, that it gives energy for the replacement of the brain cells. Because we never think about it. We are using the brain all the time. We don't think how it is replaced. Even in the medical science, they don't think about it. So one of the works it has got. It moves here. And also it has to look after your liver. It has to look after your pancreas, it has to look after spleen, it has to look after your kidneys, it has to also look after the lower part of your large intestines. All right? Now, but all the time a person is thinking. These days everybody thinks too much and very futuristic. As a result, it cannot pay attention to all other things. So what happens? The first thing is affected is the liver. Now, liver gets all the heat from the whole body and eliminates it. It's poison from the body, you can say, eliminates it into the blood circulation. It goes into the blood. Now, when, you see, liver is not attended to or doesn't get sufficient energy, it starts working very hard. So it becomes overactive liver and this heat cannot be removed. So the heat starts rising upward and downwards. As a result, your the lungs are made of, as you know, they are made like a sponge. So it becomes coagulated and you develop asthma. We cure asthma through liver, curable. Then it descends down. When it descends down, it affects your kidneys. By that you get high blood pressure. Also, the another thing you get is constipation. Then your pancreas is neglected. When pancreas is neglected, you get diabetes. Only the people who are thinking, sitting, planning for future get diabetes, never a villager. In India, if we go to a village, they'll say, you have to put sugar as much that the spoon must stand at right angles. They take so much sugar. Nobody gets diabetes because they earn in the morning, nicely go home and sleep off. We think and think and think of the future. So the neglect of the pancreas gives you diabetes. Now we have many people who have cured of diabetes also. Then the third one is the worst, is the spleen. That the spleen is like a, we say rhythm, gives the rhythm. It's a speedometer in us. And supposing you are eating the food and suddenly you have to run, then you get a pain because it has to produce red blood corpuscles. But if you are always in an emergency in modern times as you are, first of all you read the newspaper, you are under shock. Because newspaper must shock you. So then another shock, then another shock. Then in the traffic you get a shock. So this poor spleen doesn't know how to behave in this crazy world. And it becomes very crazy and vulnerable. And with the slightest shock, it can get blood cancer. I must tell you that we have cured really blood cancer patients. Absolutely cured, completely cured, without any medicine or anything. Absolutely cured. We have certificates and everything about them. And surprisingly, all of them were architects. This is one. Then another thing, as I told you, it affects the kidneys and it affects also the lower intestines. So only one center, if you use it too much for one purpose, can give you all these troubles. And ultimately the heat might rise to your heart and you might have a massive heart attack. Especially if young people, if they are drinking too much, if they are playing tennis or of a very, any game which is like football or tennis, drinking too much and thinking too much, they might get a massive heart attack. And die very young, at a very young age, and it's absolutely fatal. If you get this attack at a young age, it's fatal. You cannot save them. The other way around, if you have inactive organs also, you can have inactive, also due to that also you get troubles. So when you treat somebody on its roots, it's very easy to solve the problem. See, supposing you have to treat a tree and you start treating all the leaves, it's very difficult. But if you can go to the roots, it's so easy, simple.
So let's finish our meditation off again by raising our Kundalini and protecting ourselves. Third time, 3 knots. And our protection. Thank you everyone for joining today. Thank you, Gulshan.
That's very nice. Welcome then. I was just going to say to all the people on YouTube, if you feel you want to interact a little bit more, have questions, and would like to get some answers, you're very welcome to join us on Zoom as well, and then we can sort of have a bit more of a communicative session as well, questions and answers, and if you wish to do that, there's a possibility.
Because we would like to hear about your homework.
Yes.
And today's, of course, we're focusing a lot on where these thoughts are coming from, whether they're coming from your predicting the future, or our, making our to-do list constantly, or if it's things in the past that are bothering us that we're reviewing, and what you can do to stop those thoughts. So it's a matter of experiment. So if you're caught in one of those thought loops, that the same thought keeps bothering you, so you can either look at what it is and go, oh yeah, that was a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, won't do it next time, and leave it. So don't feel guilty about things, but just see what's going to stop them. So it'd be interesting to hear what you notice about those thought processes and how you stopped them. So now that's your job, to stop some of those thought processes.
And often say, hang on a minute, not thinking about that, we're just going to leave it for now and be in the present. So,
because it's not real. You're way more than those thoughts and the things you think about yourself and the things we think other people think about us.
Yeah.
We're way more than that. So the exciting thing is getting into that thoughtlessness, and where is heaven? It's on earth and it's inside you.
Yes.
So let's get there.
Here.
So I'll put a bit of music on to finish, so you're most welcome to carry on meditating. But we will say bye-bye and hope to see you next week. So we talked about the Swadhisthana chakra today. And so next week we can talk about maybe the void center, the center of our, and there is Alex. Hi, Alex. Say hi.
Hi, Alex. Tell us where you're joining us from. If you can type in your message, that's fine as well.
We can give you some ability to chat, I think. Got the wrong spot. Mute, one entry. Here we go. All right, Alex, you've got the power now. If you wish to speak, feel free. Did you join us on YouTube and now you've come on Zoom, or you've just landed here now?
No, I just landed here now. I looked on the website and it said there's a next session starting in whatever it was, and I just waited.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why, but Mondays, there's always mistakes on Monday. Yeah, because we start at 6 on Mondays, just to be difficult.
No, 6 is good. I don't know. It just said wait a few minutes.
Sometimes that happens. I don't know whether the updating team is slow to get updating, or whether there's just, you need to refresh it or something.
Where are you joining us from, Alex?
Yeah.
I'm in Sydney.
Oh, okay. So we're on the same time thing.
Right,
It is 6 o'clock for next Monday. Okay. It will be 6 p.m. So look forward to having you then.
Yeah, do drop in. We'll love to meditate with you. We've just had 3 meditations. So.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So have you joined any of this other sessions? There's daily sessions on somewhere or other, or this is your first time joining any session?
No, I've done some before. It's been a while though, and I originally started doing this overseas in Hong Kong. Okay. Someone suggested to go, and
excellent.
At first I thought, I watched everyone, I thought, what the hell are these people doing? So I just did it. I did everything they said in there. I just followed it, and then I felt amazing afterwards. So
that's the proof is in the feeling of the pudding, isn't it?
That's right.
Exactly, 100%.
All right. Well, nice to meet you. Hope we'll catch up again.
Thank you very much.
We'll put a bit of music on, and maybe you'll feel the vibes anyway from that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex, for popping in.
Hope to see you next Monday, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Ciao.
Let me find that slide. There it is.